Hiya pals, it is Andrea and we're in a different spot because I wanted to be just comfortable today while I talk to you about the books that I've purchased, because I decided that I have such a big haul that this week is going to be fully just books that I've purchased, and then we'll get back into like what I've read later because it is a little crazy. Like, I don't really know what happened, but I think I do know what happened. Most of it is I feel like I had a really bad week and I needed to treat myself. So let's go over all of the books that I got on Prime Day first. So the first one I did get is Swift and Saddled. So this is Ada and I believe Wes's story. This is the second book. The first one was called Done and Dusted, and this is by Lila Sage. I do like I like the atmosphere of this book. I'm not a big fan of the smut, at least in the first book. I feel like I'm just generally not like super big on smut, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like any spice, I'm just kind of like, I just disassociate. I really wish I could it just says skip to page blah 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 if you just don't care about it. This is the second one. It was like $8 on Prime Day, so I was like, let's go ahead and pick it up. I'm really excited to see what more is happening. I believe it's the Rebel Blue Ranch. The next book I picked up on Prime Day is Hooked, and this is a never after novel. I think that there's two more in this novel, and this is a retelling of Hook and like Wendy Peter Pan type situation. Yeah, so I'm excited to see how this plays out. The last book that I picked up on Prime Day is one that I have contemplated purchasing many a times, like in real life, and that is Stephen King's You Like It Darker, which is a collection, I believe, of 12 short stories. So I think this is going to be great for me to be able to get more of a taste of Stephen King, but like bite-sized, because I am reading, I don't remember what it's the one that has the date that's like about the JFK assassination and time travel and such, which is very, very long. I feel like it's like 3 times as long as this. I think this will be fun to be able to just read like a short story and then put it down and come back to it. I also got 2 pre-orders in. This one is The Stars Are Dying, which this one came in and I was like, this is gorgeous. So we have the gold foiling on the cover. Super beautiful cover. The sprayed edge is beautiful. Okay, and then we get in, it's gold on the inside, and then let me show you the front cover. Stunning. When falls night, the world will drown in starlight. Then, when we open it, we got that there as well. A map, which I love a map, and then like some more pictures and stuff, and also all of the like chapter starts are so pretty with all the stars and things. This one says 500 years ago, something changed. Everyone felt it, like the world was cracking, like someone had stepped into the realm that was never supposed to be here. I think everyone knew the golden age, the Star Maiden had ushered in, was about to be shaken like the stars, but that began to die out. And I think that this one is also a theme throughout. This is going to be like it's a fantasy book, and then they have some kind of trials that they're going to go through, because I feel like that's kind of a very big theme in the fantasy world. But this one also has vampires, so I've been very into the vampires. I'm very excited to read this one. The second pre-order that I got in is Emily Henry Beach Read, and I thought that this edition was so pretty, and I'm interested to see if they do the rest of the Emily Henry like really pretty editions as well. Very excited to have that copy. My book subscriptions, because I do have 2 different ones here. The first one that I have is the Arvar Book Club, and I do have a code that is Read with Draw if you want to get your first book for $4. It's also their 2nd birthday, which is really exciting. They sent out this really cool acrylic bookmark, which is so fun and like hollow, that says 2 years, fresh ears, which I think is very, very cute. A nice touch. It's definitely like, this is like luxe feeling. I did pick this book this month. This one is, I believe, the second in a series, but I think you can read them like standalone, and this is My Vampire Plus One by Jenna Levine. I think I've looked at the first book a bunch of times and been like, I don't know, but this one it's like a romantic comedy. It's not serious. He's a vampire, she's not, and I believe there's a fake dating trope in here. Also a signed copy, which is really fun. But the little tagline is, nothing sucks more than fake dating a vampire in this paranormal romantic comedy. I'm all here for vampires recently. The second book subscription that I do have is Book of the Month, which I will also leave my Book of the Month code below, but Book of the Month has been killing it. The Dagger and the Flame, my first Book of the Month pick for this month. The back says, in a deadly game of revenge, the most dangerous mistake of all is falling in love. So I believe this is an enemies to lovers lovers. There's magic involved. There's enemy guilds, the cloaks and the daggers, the thieves and the assassins. And it sounds like high stakes enemies to lovers, which I do quite love. I also like the parts. I love parts in a book because I feel like it feels like we're done with one part now. I will say that the margins in this are kind of wild, but that means it's going to be a speedy little read, and I'm very excited to get into this. I also really do like their names. It is, I think, Sarah, which is S-E-R-A, and Ransom, which I think are fun names. It's like fun names, but like also I can pronounce them, you know. My second pick from book of the month is The Wild Huntress, which I love the back. I love that it's in verse. So it's every 5th year in the harvest wane, 2 kingdoms meet in wooded domain, and those who cannot hunt nor slay belong to your king for a year and a day. Kings and beggars trust to your aim, for in the wild hunt all are fair game. So every 5 years, 2 kingdoms take part in the wild hunt. Joining is a bloody risk, and even the best hunters can suffer the most gruesome fates. And it goes over 3 different people. So there are a trickster, a prince, and a wild huntress, and they are going to be kind of like teaming up, I believe, for a chance to win. But it's not all fair in Love and the Hunt. This one also, like, the spacing in between lines is also very big. Like this one, and also the margins are big too. So very excited to read this one. I'm gonna have to look and see like which ones are in a series. I believe this one also, yeah, had a really pretty map. I don't know if the other one had a map, but this one is like, it's really, really pretty. I thought these sounded both very good, and I could not decide between the two of them. Yeah, there is a map in this one as well. I love a good map. I rarely ever, oh, and I also love this, a list of players. I'm so excited. I might have to read this soon. Also, book of the month's bookmark isn't as fun, but it says I always know my place. I feel like for a while they were kind of cringy, so that one's at least like not as cringy. So those are my book of the month picks, and also my Arvar book club pick, which I will leave my link code down below in case you want to sign up. Then I did go to Barnes & Noble, which sometimes yields nothing, sometimes yields a lot, and this was a time where it yielded a lot. Also, I did finish some books this week, but we're going to talk about that next week because this was already going to kind of be like a little bit of a dive down into my haul. So I'm just going to save book talk for next week. Hopefully I don't have that many books coming in. I think I might have like 1 or 2 because I think I got a couple more from the Prime sale. I don't know why I do these things. Do I need more books? No. Do I want more books? Yes. So here we are. So first thing that I did pick up at Barnes & Noble, it was part of the buy one, get one 50% off. And I believe this is a like young adult or kids graphic novel, but I'm still gonna read it. I thought this one looked lovely, and I am a big fan of graphic novels. I just want to read them all, like especially because they're just so like I can sit down and read this in like a little bit, not a long time. And I thought this looked so pretty. So first thing that I wanted to mention is I loved that up here it says Seance Tea Party was conceptualized in a moleskin notebook, sketched and penciled using Procreate on an iPad Pro, then colored and finished in Photoshop. It was lettered by the author's hand. There's also a C.S. Lewis quote that I thought was really cute, and then the little dedication says, to every child and young adult who is afraid of growing up. And the illustrations in this are gorgeous. Stunning, lovely perfection. I am so excited. This is by Ramina Yell. I'm not sure. This is about a girl who doesn't, I don't think she has a lot of friends, and she makes friends with a ghost who doesn't seem to age. So I'm very excited to see how this one goes because like I said, the illustrations in this are lovely. So this was buy one, get one 50% off. And then I obviously needed to get another book, buy one, get one 50% off, because that only makes sense. So I saw this one. I like looked around to see if there was anything else that I wanted. It was the Barnes & Noble. It doesn't have a lot of buy one, get one 50% off. And I was like, okay, if I can't find anything else, I'm going to pick up this one because it is the Goosebumps graphic novel. I'm not sure if they have any other ones, but I think this is so fun. So this is like a middle grade. The other one might be middle grade as well. That's probably the word I was looking for. But this Goosebumps, when I think of Goosebumps, it's The Mask. I don't know if this is the same, but this is the Haunted Mask. I think the original was called The Mask, but this is what lives rent-free in my brain. So I'm excited to read this, and I might actually then have Bennett read it because I think that he would really like it. He just turned 7. It also came with like a free little like mask that my kids immediately stole and love. It says the text copyright is from 1993, which is 1 year after I was born, but I'm excited to give this little go. Perfect for Halloween time. And yeah, so Let me know. Is there a difference between this one and then the mask that I'm thinking of? Do you remember when Goosebumps was like a little TV show? I loved it. I watched it after school. It was on like Fox Family or something. Such a vibe. Then I saw this one. It was also like in the graphic novel section, or maybe it was on like the same table of the young adult or middle grade area. But I thought also this one, the illustrations looked very lovely. It is Haru. This is book 1, Spring, by Joe Latham. So this is the first in a series, which is really fun. So these are best friends, Haru and Yama, and they both dream of adventure, and then something happens that's magical, and they go on their little adventure. But like, how cute is this? I couldn't say no. I really couldn't say no. I also love that they used a different font for the price. I think that's super cute for some reason. Next, we have Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake, and I got this one as an ARC. I was very, very excited for it to come out because I read this and loved it, and I can see myself rereading this one for that Christmas time feels. It is a sapphic second chance romance, and I gave this one, I believe, a 4.5, which for a Christmas book is really, really good. And I loved this. I was laughing, I was tearing up. I gave it a 4.5 though versus a 5 because I feel like second chance romance is a little hard for me. Kind of goes in the same like realm of the miscommunication trope where I am just like, if you loved each other that much, like, how are we going to fix this? Like, if it was that bad, how are we going to fix it? How is it like fixable? Do you know what I mean? But I really did like this one. I actually really liked the spice in this. I thought it was really good. And it has like a kind of, I don't want to go through the tropes, but there's some good ones and they like do them really well. So I loved this one. It's very like they're opposites and they were together and then they broke up. And then they have to kind of like pretend that they don't know each other. It's like a whole thing, and I loved it. So I'm excited to have a physical copy of it because, like I said, I probably will reread this in the future. It was really, really good. And then last but not least, I did pick up 2 of these Lynn Painter Barnes & Noble exclusive with the sprayed edge. So Better Than the Movies and Betting on You. I've read Better Than the Movies. I mean, who hasn't at this point? And then Betting on You, I have not read, but like, these are so fun. I also think I have another one that has the sprayed edges. I have to check. But I was going to also pick up the second of this, which is like nothing like the movies. But I am now like, okay, we're just going to wait for these soft covers with the sprayed edges to come out versus buying them in the hardcover and then buying it in this. I think I prefer them this way. I love these covers. I just think the Lynn Painter covers are so fun and so cute. But if you haven't read Better Than the Movies, it is so good. Betting on You, I think, is fake dating. I'm pretty sure it's fake dating. And like kind of second chance, but like light. But yeah, it's another I think it's like a YA, yeah, 14 and up, very easy read. This one's like a little bit longer though. So I'm excited to read this one and excited to have this one on my shelf. And y'all, that is all of the books that I bought over the past like week and a half. And I need to slow down. Granted, 3 of those were book subscriptions, so I don't really feel as bad about it. But let me know what books that you picked up recently. Did you pick up anything at the Amazon Prime Day deals? Have you picked up any fun book subscriptions? Let me know in the comments down below. But I'll be back next week to talk about books that I have read versus books that I have purchased and I'm going to be adding to my endless TBR. So, hope you like this video. Like and subscribe, and I will talk to you in my next one.